Okay, first thing to do is to locate the rear of the flap inside the vehicle. As you can see, it's got like a dust cap on or whatever, so just unscrew that, take it off, and you'll see the back of the flap, and you'll see that it has these two lugs on it. So what you need to do is, I'm not going to push this one out, but basically squeeze these together and push, and it will pop it out of the back. The flap will come out outside, and you can take it off quite easily. Okay, so when this pops out, this is what you got: the flap and the spring on there. It's quite simple. Okay, so here's the flap that we've got out of the motorhome that's come out. Basically, the first thing we do is remove that spring. You don't need that. What I've used to remove these, that I found works, is just this piece of brass. It was a pair of tweezers that I made at school years ago, and I happen to have it still in the garage. Just sharp, long, thin spike of metal. You can use a steak knife, that's been used on a YouTube video, but as long as it looks something like that, it's very thin. So if you have a look in here, just there's a little brass lug which is on the top and at the back of the tumbler assembly, and that is what locks it in. And also when you unlock it and lock it, it allows it to slide round or whatever. So that's what you need to get out, and then when you put it back in, that's where you need to line it up. So just check that the barrel is in the unlocked position, i.e. anti-clockwise, which it is. And then what we're going to do is put this blade right into the back of the barrel, so it goes right in, and then basically rock it down. When it's got as far as it will go, rock it down, and that brass lug will drop down and allow you to slide this out. So what I'll do is I'll just show you. It's pretty easy. It's a bit of a knack to it sometimes, but push that into the back, then rock it back, and you'll see, I don't know if you can see, that brass lug then sort of disappears. So once it's like that, just keeping the pressure on, just then pull it out like that. It's as simple as that. So what I was doing by putting this in right to the back, if you hear it go to the end, and then just rock it down like that, and it gets that lug to disappear, and it's that allows it to slide out and become free of that little slot there that's there. And then it's quite an easy way to remove it. I've done my tank flaps and my fuel tank cap the same way, and I'd imagine the door lock one is exactly the same, because I think you basically buy a kit of about 6 or 8 of these, which the manufacturers would have done, so you've got the same key for all of them, but that seems to be the same barrel. So in order to put it in, because you can see that in here right at the back there's a spring, and that is just this plastic thing goes on top of it, and the barrel fits into that. So this little lug here at the end fits into the back there, so you need to push that down, push the lug down as you push it right home, like that. There you go. So what we're going to do now is, in fact it's already pushed in, the lug, the brass lug has located itself, and you just let it out, and it's because it's now clicked back up. Now I've removed that blade from the lock mechanism, that is holding it into that slit. So that's that. It's as simple as that. That's locked and unlocked. You can see it actuates this plastic thing here. I put some white kind of plastic grease on this as well, just to keep it moving, and I use special grease that doesn't damage plastic as well. So simple as that. So yeah, unlock position, take the key out, put your blade in right to the very back, and then rock it down, and then you can see that that's dropped that lug, and then this will all pull out. Hang on. There is a little bit of a faff to it, or a knack should I say. It's as simple as that. And then to return it back in, just make sure the spring is in there properly. goes in. Goes in there. This lug thing goes in on top of it. That. Put the barrel in, lining up all these lugs. Push it to the back. Make sure that this is pushed in. Sort of hold it together like that. Then let go, and it's locked in. You can see the brass lug thing is back there. Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's not really a complicated way of doing it, but as I say, as long as you've got something that resembles that will go to the back, it's pretty easy. And then when you put it back, you just basically put the spring back on, you push it back in the hole on the motorhome, it clicks in and relocks it until the next time you squeeze it out. These don't, they're all right, these flaps, but I've replaced about 3 or 4 of them now, because sometimes these they lock up inside and all sorts of things. But anyway, that's that. Yeah, so just to pop it back in, you basically just literally put it in like that, push it back home, and it clicks in like that, and then relock it. It's as simple as that.